Welcome to Husker Storm Blog. This is my Big Ten prediction video. My previous video was a Nebraska prediction video. You can check out that one. There's a link below, or just check my my box above. Now this year, the Big Ten, I think, is going to be a little bit stronger. They're not going to have a national championship contender. You know, they hardly ever have any national championship contenders at late. But I think next year will be the year they have national championship contenders. And expect the Legends division to be an amazing race. It's going to be a great race. And here's my predictions for the Legends division. I have Nebraska going 10-2, losing to Ohio State and Michigan State. 2 road games, I see them losing those ones. I see Michigan going 9-3 with losses to Purdue and Michigan State. And Michigan State going 9-3 with losses to Wisconsin and Minnesota. Iowa at 7-5. Minnesota at an improved 5-7. Northwestern at 5-7. Ohio State going 9-3 with losses against Michigan, Michigan State, and Wisconsin. Wisconsin going 10-2 with losses to Nebraska and Purdue. Illinois 7-5, Purdue 7-5, Penn State 5-7, Indiana 2-10. So expect a really good Legends division race. It's going to be a 3-way tie up top, which they will determine that, I believe, by the highest ranking team, which I think Nebraska goes 10-2. So they'll most likely have the highest ranking, because I see Michigan losing to Alabama in non-conference and Michigan State losing to Notre Dame in non-conference. And that's that. Now, the championship game, I have Nebraska versus Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm a biased sports blogger who's not. But I feel Nebraska has no glaring weakness. They have a top 3 offense in the Big Ten and a top 3 defense in the Big Ten. Their special teams will be the best. And the black shirts will define them by the end of the season. This team has a lot more depth this year. They're different than last year's team, I can tell you that. And their offense is going to be a lot better, and their defense is going to play a lot more consistent. And, that lack of depth last year really showed through the grind of the Big Ten. They got a lot more depth on the defensive line. Wisconsin's going to continue that ground and pound run game with Monty Ball. They've got that transfer, O'Brien, who is the starting quarterback. He was a transfer from Maryland. I saw him play. He was pretty solid when I saw him play. I was surprised that he lost the starting quarterback job. Now, I didn't watch a lot of the Terps play, but he's not Russell Wilson, I can tell you that. Now, I think he's going to be good, but he might not have the starting job halfway through the year. We could see Phillips, who I think has got a stronger arm, take over that job. But, I think it's, easy to perform as quarterback at Wisconsin. You got an easy job. You got to make sure you get the ball into the running back's hands. And then you got to play action, every once in a while on a first down. Maybe third down, you get backed up and you got to, most of their passes aren't crazy. This offense is still going to average 30 points this year. The defense is going to be better. Not going to be faster, but it's going to improve. And Monty Ball is going to, run himself maybe to the Heisman. But I expect a drop-off for Whiskey this year. But still, a 10-win year for the Badgers. And I think Nebraska wins this game, beating Wisconsin twice. And I think it's going to be all on Burkhead. He's going to carry Nebraska to their first Big Ten championship and their first conference championship since 1999. There's a lot of games that are going to shape the divisions. Nebraska's got to make sure they take care of business at home against Wisconsin and Michigan. Michigan State's got to make sure they take care against a Michigan State team who defensively stifled to Ned Robinson. Now, this game's at home. But I still think that defense is going to carry Michigan State to a victory in that game. I think it's, 6 years in a row Michigan State's going to win? Or is that 5 years in a row? I think Michigan does beat Ohio State. They got them at home this year. And I think, Wisconsin's going to run away with the Leaders Division now. If Ohio State wasn't on probation, it'd be a lot closer and a different story. But since they are on probation, the only team that I possibly see maybe dethroning them is Illinois or Purdue. More likely Purdue. But, I think, though, Wisconsin's going to stumble in a road game against a team they should beat. And I believe that game's going to be Purdue.